Thank you for deciding to watch today's co-curricular talk on MAFIA, and I would imagine that you have been intrigued by the name and you've clicked on this video and you're wanting to find out a little bit more about this co-curricular opportunity that's available at OSH. MAFIA is an acronym and it stands for Mentoring and Friends in Action, and it is the peer mentoring scheme that we offer at Old Swinford Hospital. MAFIA as an acronym is quite apt as well, because within the MAFIA there is a code of silence called omerta, and obviously it's for very different reasons, but that really sums up our peer mentoring program, in that this is a confidential, safe space where people from the sixth form and people across all year groups at OSH can speak with one another if they're having difficulty with a whole host of different problems. Now, MAFIA is different to the other counselling services that we offer to students. We have an available counsellor on school site. We direct students to members of staff, the specific members of staff within the school, and we have online directories and online services that we also direct students towards if they're having difficulty with things. MAFIA is a partnership scheme between sixth form students or sixth form peer mentors and students lower down the school, and this is a mutually beneficial program. So what happens is there are certain students that are identified in younger year groups that staff members feel as though could benefit from having someone to talk to and support them. Now, the mentees could be from any year group, and they might be struggling with a whole host of different issues. So it might be their own well-being, it might be problems at home, at school, friendship, worries and anxiety, feeling sad, feeling low, difficulties setting in, homesickness, because we are a boarding school to many of our students. And what happens is the peer mentors have a program of training. They meet with the students on at least a weekly basis, catch up with them around the school, and they have a chat, and it's about forging a relationship between the peer mentor and the younger student. Now, this is a confidential process. This is something where the student can speak to that peer mentor without judgment and without feeling as though that's going to be potentially used against them at any point. It's a rewarding experience both for the mentee and for the mentor, and what usually happens is those relationships that are forged between the two, they continue throughout the sixth form. So that peer mentor will usually, when they're going in between lessons or at lunchtime, they'll catch up with their mentee at that point. We don't select any students to do this. We don't offer it to. We offer it to everybody in the sixth form, but we don't allow for every single student to have this, because specific training is needed, and there needs to be an investment of time. So if you're successful, once you've applied for the MAFIA scheme, then you're paired with a mentee. Now, Thursday mornings during tutor time are usually reserved for the mentors and the mentees to meet in the school library. You'll have a relaxed chat. How have things been that particular week? And essentially it's just a conversation. You may wish to talk about problems that you're having. It might be a case that they're wanting to offload on problems that they're having as well. And it may be the case that you wish to air some of the things that have been shared in that particular talk, and that's where we have members of the safeguarding team, and we have our counsellor who you're able to go to in case you're really worried about something that's been said. So as a peer mentor, you'll be able to match up with another student to support. We try and specifically match up the mentors and the mentees based on interests, and it can really help them solve problems, and it can be a real good sounding board for the mentees. It can give you, as well as people that are wanting to be involved in this particular program, that rewarding process of having being a confidant for somebody else, and it can build your confidence as well as the mentee's confidence. It will help them feel like someone is there for them as well. It will help them to realise their potential, and it will get them to get the most out of their experience at OSH. What we're after for students for this isn't necessarily people to get something back for them. This isn't something where we're wanting students to go away and say that Yes, I can put this on my personal statement or on my academic qualifications. Of course, you are able to do that, but really what we want is for people to have an altruistic motivation in getting involved in MAFIA. We want students who are able to be caring, kind, and good listeners, and that's the things that we're really looking for. So if you are interested in this, there's nothing to do at the moment, but just wait until September, and there will be additional advertisement from Mrs. Lovering, who's our school counsellor, and Miss Sparks, who's our sixth form administrator and is a member of the safeguarding team. The two of them work together in advertising the programme, going through some initial training before the mentor programme of MAFIA starts. So if you've got any questions from this, if you email me directly, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them. Thank you very much for watching.